Seeing the joy on people's faces when you make drinks, I think that's when I realized that it was more than just a job for me. I think coming into work actually wanting to do it and wanting to show up and being there and just doing as much as I can. First one to show up, last one to leave type, and it's just, it hasn't changed, and I think made the right move 100%. Just making people happy in general is what I love most about it, and I think genuinely you can make somebody happy, you know what I mean, by just listening to them, talking to them, you know, and I mean, obviously having the genuine joy of being around people, I think radiates off of oneself, and I think that when you step behind a bar, you kind of have to have that aura around you, otherwise, you know, then what are you doing it for, you know?
I'm a bartender for sure. I love making cocktails, but you know, and I love all the educational, all the nerdy craft stuff. I love it, but I'm a bartender. One of the most important facets of it is customer service, and in like mixology, no one really gives a shit about customer service. It's more about like the craft and the drink. Bartending obviously is a lot about drink making, but it's also about being a host. It's about engaging people. It's about making sure everyone has a good time. You know, you're kind of emceeing the party in a way, you know, and not just like playing with like your new bar spoon or something.
I think the thing we like the most about the industry is the interaction with people. Like, people say, oh my gosh, you bartend? And then you're like, one, you don't get it. We're like therapists, one. So we know everything about everybody.
We should have a higher hourly rate.
1,000%. We are therapists.
I am tired of seeing teardrops and vodka sodas.
1,000%. I mean, we can tell you everything about everybody that comes in. It's the relationships that you build with the people.
We are the best secret keepers.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more of a bartender than mixologist. Like, I kind of mirror people, and then the things I get taught, I just kind of expand off of that. So my inspiration to stay in this industry with bartending, and I just, with all the different jobs, like I said, I'm 38, and since I was 16, 17 when I first started being full-time, I've enjoyed all my jobs, and I've hated a lot of jobs too, but since working in this industry since day one, I've absolutely loved it. There hasn't been one day where I just don't desire not to go to work. And just interacting with the guests, like learning and meeting new people is just, that's who I am. I don't think I could ever have a desk job. It would be very difficult. But just the inspiration of talking to people, meeting people. I've met a few friends for life through this industry.
I just consider myself as a passionate bartender that's willing to learn and always wanting to learn more and more and more. I love talking to people. I love learning new things about people. I love that every day is a different day. You have no idea what you're going to come into, what the night's going to be like, who you're going to meet. I won't be the richest person in the world in this industry, but I can take a lot of the stuff I get out of it, whether it's, you know, taking trips, meeting new people, working certain events or something like that, brings more joy to me than having an exponential amount of money. The experiences to me are more valuable in that aspect.
I think I realized that my job was more of a passion than just a job when probably I was about 18. I've been in this industry since I was 14. I think ever since then this has been, you know, what I want to do. I'm not just working in this industry to work, you know, and have a job. It's always been my passion. I love this industry.
I'm just a bartender because the long and the short of it is that I care more about the guest experience than I do about any particular ingredient, than I do about any particular spirit or knowledge base. For me, it all goes back to guest experience. Without the guest experience, you can't have a functioning business. To have 3.5 feet separate you from, you never know who's going to walk into your bar and who you're going to sit down with and who you're going to get to know, who you're going to help, who you're going to essentially brighten up their day or make a portion of their life significantly better. And that's always been my biggest draw.
it seems like I'm doing something different every day. I'm not going into this office and doing these same emails or whatever every single day. It's a new guest, a new experience. It's a new cocktail. It's just an all-around aspect of kind of this new day to every day. So it's not sitting around, it's really just moving, getting the blood flowing, getting everything going. My favorite aspect of working behind a bar is meeting new people every day. I don't really consider myself a social butterfly. I mean, when I'm not at work, you can find me at home. I'm usually pretty shy. I roll with a very small amount of people, but I think it's kind of cool because you can kind of let yourself go behind a bar. You don't necessarily have to be exactly who you are, but at the same time, you know, your personality kind of flies. You know, you meet people who are a lot of similarities and a lot of likes and things like that you can really kind of connect on, which is really cool.
I served for a long time before I actually bartended, and I think once I got behind the bar, I was like, okay, this is where I'm meant to be. This is my platform. This is it. I love creating relationships. I think about all the people that I've met and I've come across and that are in my life now or in the past. Like, it's crazy. It's just a smorgasbord of people, and I love that. I love the culture of it.
I think if you're passionate, it shows in who you are as a person in multiple ways. And I'm passionate about serving. And I've served as a school director, as a teacher. I've done a lot of things. I've worn a lot of hats. And I think the aim is to serve. People make the world. And it is people that make those drinks, that makes that food. And I take pride in it. And I'm detail oriented. And I care about people and about what I do. So I want to make them happy. And I want to make a difference with what I do.
It's an energy that I feel, you know? It's kind of, if you've never felt it, it's kind of hard to convey and to describe. I think one thing that hit me recently was just missing the feeling of walking in, whether it be like a Friday night or a Sunday morning, we're busy for brunch, just walking into that feeling of like, I'm ready to get to work. You know, I'm ready to meet new people, to create some drinks. I'm just ready for the whole experience. So it is the overall energy. It's not just one particular thing for me. It's all of it.